This Nadir.
This kid.
And yo, we are Games Music Life. So we're back to review this Snoh Aalegra project, Temporary Highs and Violet Skies.
Yeah.
Interesting
title for the album.
I thought the title for a lot of the songs were pretty cool too, man. Like I didn't know where it came from. I'm sure maybe you can hear an interview with her and she can tell us what it exactly meant. Cause like Neon Peach, I was like, yeah, cause like it's the first track with Tyler.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what does that mean? But nonetheless, I was just bopping my head and tapping my foot. It actually probably means nothing. You're right. So but yeah. So anyways, the album. So we get into it. First of all, No ID is a cheat code. All right, let's just start there. Her matched with him. And you could tell the money's behind this album. You know what I'm saying? Like you can definitely listen to it and tell the money's behind the album. But I'm a big Snoh Aalegra fan, as you know.
Yeah.
And going into it, I was definitely looking forward to this project. It didn't let me down in that aspect. I liked she does get into her emotional bag. I mean, the track, one of my favorite tracks on the song was Emotional. Yeah. She puts it all out there. She kind of talks about some lot of things. It's a beautiful song in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I think she kind of gets into some of the problems with some of the things that her review we did, which is some of the songs kind of.
Oh God, he's gonna do it!
Yeah,
he's doing it again.
I have to, because some of the songs do sound alike, but I think what saves Snoh Aalegra is the fact that No ID's production is different, and like he can kind of tap into things that her didn't have on hers. You know what I'm saying?
He was handling the bulk of the project. Like sometimes having one producer handle the for the majority run of the project can help with cohesion.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. And then also, like I said, she just has a smooth voice, man. She gives me Sade vibes, and I'm not in any way saying that she is Sade. I just think that
she just looks like her.
She does, and she kind of sounds like her at times too.
Yeah.
And sometimes they put just enough lather on the vocoder, like it doesn't, like I don't know if it's her voice but it sounds okay. Mm-hmm. It sounds good. So I don't think that going into it, am I looking for to be like super duper personable? It's like I didn't really expect it, but she did get into her personable bag on some of it. Where at this point, I'm like, she owes us to know who the heck she's talking about.
I mean, they're love songs.
They are.
Yeah,
they're
at
love
the end
songs.
of the day, they're just love songs.
But a lot of her songs I thought were a little bit unrealistic. Well, I think some is cool, but I mean, like, why does a guy not want me? And he's not, you know what I mean? Snoh Aalegra, do you really have them problems? Like, I mean, maybe she does.
She does.
And you're right. Maybe she does. I
want to know if the flight, if her bumping into the guy on the flight was real.
Yeah. I do want to know that one too. Or even the one where she said the dude was ghosting her. Like, I don't know if she's the type of chick that gets ghosted. You know what I mean? But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Listen, they always say, But nonetheless, the music itself, good music. Like I said, I do think it falls into a lot of the same pits that her album had, which is some of the songs do kind of sound alike from her cadence to what she's talking about. Mm. But the one thing that does save it is No ID's production. So I think No ID being a cheat code in this project is what stood out to me, in my opinion.
I agree.
What do you think, bro?
I agree with you on that. Okay. No ID handling the bulk of the sound of this album or the engineering on this album, I think works to her favor greatly because it, like I said, it gave that album that cohesion where it's like, even though the songs have a similar sound, it almost just feels like it's a certain vibe or aesthetic that the album is going for, and it works. Mm-hmm. First thing I'm going to say about Snoh Aalegra and like listening to this album, her voice is so sweet. Yeah. Like, it's smooth. My God, it's to me, it's not even smooth. Like I already told you, like silence is smooth. Yeah,
silence is smooth. You're right.
Her voice is so sweet. Like it just sounds good to my ears to the point where it's like sometimes I'll be listening to songs and I get so lost in just hearing her vocals that I can't even pay attention to what she's actually saying or talking about. Like I have to kind of run that track back, like that way I can ingest what it is that, the concept of the song, because it's just like, just hearing her just sounds nice. She doesn't do too much. She doesn't get pitchy. Her range, you know what I mean? She doesn't fly out of here with the vocals, but it's because she's got such a great pocket with her voice and she stays right there as she should. Sounds fantastic. The production on this album, it sounded so awkward, but it still sounded very put together. Like it was meant to sound that way. To the point, like I got to track 3, In Your Eyes, and I'm listening to it like, man, these keys remind me so much of the Neptunes.
Was it Neptunes? Okay.
That was another point I'm gonna get to. But I'm like, man, this reminds me so much of the Neptunes, like 2004 Neptunes. I'm talking about 702 or Black Neptunes. Yeah. And then I checked the producer credits, and sure enough, it's the Neptunes.
Oh wow!
Yeah, okay, I'm like, okay, there we go, like right on target. But it's like, man, she found such a sweet pocket to be melodic on these very awkward instrumentals where it's like, yo, the drum patterns don't really feel like they should fit an R&B song, but she found a way to make it work. And I love that. To me, that's taking calculated risks with the project. Like she wasn't putting her neck on the line and just jumping out the window. But it was like, yo, I want to do something different. I want to make this stand out. For as much as this album is going to sound very very synth heavy or electronic, I want to do something that's going to help me stand out as an artist on this project. I want this album to set out from my other work, and she did that. And she still kept in her own style, her own pocket, which I absolutely love that. No ID, he deserves a debt of gratitude because that man is, I don't want to say he's working miracles, but he's working miracles.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. The only thing I will say is like the beginning of the album started off really, really strong, and it's like, man, it gave you up-tempo songs, made me want to dance, vibe out. Around the middle of the album, it really starts to slow down a lot. You know what I mean? It's like the tempos come down, the songs get a little bit sadder, like there's a little bit more confusion, like I don't want to say the love is gone, but it's like, it feels like the album kind of goes in waves because at the end it picks back up and
I think that's where the features came in that kind of not saved it, but like
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't like Neon Peach. I didn't think Tyler was great on that one. I didn't think Tyler was great on there, but then I think the main thing that made me not like it is In the Moment was fantastic between the two of them.
Yeah.
Them going back and forth on the track, like her sweet voice, you know what I'm saying, Tyler's raspiness. Yeah. It's kind of a call and response between the two of them. I thought that they worked magic on there.
Yeah.
Neon Peach, I was like, this feels a little forced. It felt a little awkward.
Okay.
But I mean, it wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. I just like once I heard the other one, I was like, yo,
what you think about the James
Fire?
How you say his last name?
James Fauntleroy.
Fauntleroy, yeah.
I liked it. It was cool enough track. I wasn't blown away.
I wanted more from him. He just came at the end.
Yeah. But I mean, like, listen, this is the Snoh show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She front and center.
Yeah.
Now I don't know that this is a better. I would say this album is on par with Those Feels Again.
Okay.
It's like they're two different albums.
Yeah.
But they were both very good in their own right.
Yeah. No idea again.
Yeah, exactly. Like he knows how to crowd the crowd. Like Snoh, don't stray. You got a good thing going.
That's why No ID's been hidden, man.
Yeah.
Because he's been just with her, and I get it. I get it. I get why he's doing it because he's putting a lot behind her. She's marketable. She's a good singer, like you said. She does enough, and he can work with it. It works. Yeah, absolutely.
It works well.
Yeah, 84 for me.
Okay, I was at 79.
Okay.
So I love the album. Not the best work I've ever heard ever in life.
Yeah.
Not saying that if you think it is, that you're wrong. I think you're right.
Yes.
I really enjoyed the album. I can listen to it all the time.
The her review got you going.
No. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to save you from the her people. They're coming back for you. You know what I'm saying? You threw the spice on. We trying to help.
Listen, was I too high, too low? Was Cam too high, too low? If you give it 100, you're absolutely right. Just let us know why you think that, and leave it in the comments, man.
Yeah,
and we'll go from there. But yo, I'm there.
This kid.
Yo, we're Games Music Life, man. Drink more water, people.
Peace. They still kill us in the comments.
They are.